Pisces, playful, passionate Pisces. Hi, how is everyone? We are going to pull an energy reading for the super full moon. No, already off to a rough start. Super new moon in Gemini. What makes it a super moon? Well, it's because the moon is at its closest point to Earth, which means it is the strongest new moon of the year. And it's in Gemini, so it's all about communication. And if there's anything going on in your life that is a struggle or confrontational or just a battle, try to solve it with communication. Because then you will be in alignment with the new moon energy. And with that being said, this is for Pisces, sun, moon, and or rising. And the cards are being pulled during the super new moon in Gemini, but whenever this message finds you is when you are meant to hear it. We are not all on the same timeline, so when you hear the message is when it's meant for you, okay? And because this new moon is all about communication, I'm pulling from 3 decks so that because communication can come in forms of verbal, text message, letter, all and any forms of communication. So I did a fairy, what is it called? The Fairy Guidance Oracle. I pulled one card from there to see what you need to be reflecting on over the next month, what you need to, kind of just keep in the forefront, what you need to just reflect on. And then I did the new moon spread in the Moonology Oracle deck, and then just a new moon tarot spread, because all that is communication, and communication is key. So with that being said, let's pull you some tarot. Okay. What you don't see coming is the wheel on the bottom of the deck, which means something in your favor is change in your favor. Something you don't see is something's about to change, but in your favor. Okay, so first of all and foremost, let's see what you need to reflect on, which came up as compassion, Pisces. You are already very compassionate, but by widening your circle of compassion for all of nature's creatures, your spirit will soar. Oh, that's pretty. It's a pretty card too. I don't know if you can see it. Anywho, I've kind of been in that. I'm a Pisces sun, so I feel that. Now, what the new moon is illuminating for you came up as nothing is yet set in stone. So if you felt like something was a wrap, it was over, it didn't go your way, nothing is yet set in stone. Remember that. And the main message of the new moon for you came up as hold your vision. So nothing is yet set in stone, hold your vision. And the final outcome came up as nothing. Nothing will come of this situation, which is a conundrum, because nothing is yet set in stone. Hold your vision. Nothing will come of the situation. So, and that's the outcome. As of now, nothing is just set in stone. Hold your vision. I'm going to say, let me look at the rest of your cards. That it is nothing will come of the situation. It's not holding your vision. It is what you're in fear of. What you almost let go of your vision for, nothing is going to come about from it, because nothing is yet set in stone. So even though the wording and all that, I was like, okay, this is kind of not hypocritical, but a conundrum, for lack of a better word. But it's because you're holding your vision because your fear is not going to, nothing will come of it. So hold your vision, because what you're afraid of to let your vision go is not going to happen, which is good. That's actually very good. So at first I was like, but that's Pisces for you. Anyhow, so in your tarot reading, what came up as what's being illuminated for you is the Justice card. So something, right or wrong, is being illuminated. Something's coming up where you believe there's a right way and a wrong way, or a right and wrong to it. Whatever that is, it's going to be different. But now this new moon is not asking you to manifest. It's not asking you to release, like a lot of new moons and full moons and a lot of moon readings. It's asking you, because it's a super moon in Gemini, to prune your life, yourself, your situation, your what have you. Like a plant needs to be pruned. You cut the dead pieces off, and so that it can grow and bloom into its beautiful self. Same for you. Not you're not cutting the whole plant away. So this isn't about releasing or cutting anybody or anything or any situation off. It's refining it, cutting off just the pieces that are dead or that don't serve you or that isn't working for you. Not the whole thing, just aspects of something that isn't serving you. Because what came up as needing to be pruned is the Hangman. And that's telling me, because what your spirit needs is the Three of Pentacles, and your outcome is the Knight of Pentacles. With all that being said, this tells me that you've been in a state of, you've been taking time for yourself. You've been kind of on a reboot. You know how when you, I don't know if this is how it is for everybody, but I notice for me that sometimes when I, spend like, go on vacation or spend a weekend, with somebody, you kind of got to go, kind of have to come home and reboot, or like, reboot, like charge your batteries, get some time with you, kind of reground, recenter yourself. You need to come out of that, because your spirit is ready to collaborate. Your spirit is ready to be around other people. It's ready to come out of that recharge, time. So it's time to prune away your reset or your reboot or your sacrifice. When I say sacrifice, I mean like sacrifice is not necessarily a bad thing. It's a beautiful thing when you can sacrifice your screen time for peace, okay? And your outcome came up as the Knight of Pentacles, which is slow and steady wins the race. It is an outcome that is a positive outcome, a sure win, because you meticulously got there. You took the proper steps. You took the proper care. You didn't cut corners. You thought it out. You everything meticulously, to get to this win. Okay. So it's a successful win. But in order to get there and bloom, it's time to come out of your reset. It's time to get out, be social. It's time for you to get out and mingle, get out and, around people and socialize, and whether it's family, loved ones, new people, old people, just get out of the house, Pisces. Get out of solitaire, and even if it's not even, like if you're married or in a relationship, or maybe you and your partner have been resetting together and what have you. You and him, you and her, the both of you need to, I don't know what their sign is, but if they want to go with you, go with, take them with you to go do something do something social. And this justice, coming back to that, you know where you are, you know where you stand, you know what's right. That's why this, what's coming up is where you stand, right or wrong, because this is doing things the right way. This is, it came up because you're like, is it something about your situation? It's going to be different for everybody, but there's something about what you've been doing that you knew was necessary for yourself. You knew it was the right thing for yourself. I don't know what that is, but it's established, and you can comfortably get back out there, okay? And don't forget to be compassionate to yourself as well, Pisces. And it does say for all of nature's creatures, your spirit will soar, but that includes you, okay? Pisces is such the empath that sometimes I think they forget to give themselves some empathy, which, all we can do is try, love, learn, and grow. And with that being said, Pisces, summer solstice is the 20th or 21st, I can't remember, of this month. So what is that? Like 7 days away, and the days start to get longer. Yes, I know. Halfway point of the year, we are here. I know, wasn't it like Monday? The days are just starting to get longer, and now you're telling me it's over? Yeah, I know. That's how it happens. And that's why I'm telling you, because if you are the type of person who loves it when it's light out till 9:30 at night, and get out there and enjoy it, because on the 20th or 21st, can't remember, the days start to get shorter. And so seize the moment. Don't let the summer fly by without enjoying what it is that you love to do. Get out there, get social. Okay, Pisces, this is what I have for you. I hope this helps, and I will see you next time. Bye.